Our world today is confronted with what I now describe the 8 global enemies. The first enemy is poverty. The second global enemy is illiteracy. The third global enemy is pandemic disease, just like the COVID-19, which has swept the entire world. The fourth global enemy is hunger. The fifth global enemy is insecurity. Our world is no more safe. The sixth global enemy is attitudinal behavior. A man can decide to walk naked, a woman can decide to walk naked, say, that is my right. Attitudinal behavior has become a global enemy. Children are insulting elders. Children have no value and respect for the elderly. It is an attitudinal behavior. The seventh global enemy is environmental degradation. We are destroying the entire environment. We are destroying our atmosphere and destroying our water bodies, destroying everything within the environment. It is said very soon, if we are not very careful, the sun rays will really have a serious negative effect over our own lives. I read online a 10-year-old boy in Germany sent his government to court and asked that his government should develop a strategy to protect the environment. He said the reason why he sent his government to court was that, by the time they take over the leadership of the country, if they don't check it now, the present leaders would have destroyed the nation. Guess what? He won the case. He won the case at the Supreme Court in Germany. I don't know about Ghana, whether a kid or an individual would take a case like this to the Supreme Court and win. That you are holding the government responsible for the degradation of our environment, and whether the Supreme Court would be fair enough to judge the case. But this is a young man who is thinking about tomorrow. He said, what kind of country are our leaders today going to hand over to us? I have come to announce to you, you must be concerned about your own country. At least you must be concerned because you have children. You must be concerned because you have children that you want to hand over to. Don't sit down and say, I don't care. You must care. The 8th global enemy is lack of servant leadership. Now, Europeans are looking for leaders to address immigration and economic issues. When you go to Europe, their major challenge now, they are looking for leaders that will address immigration and economic issues. Americans are looking for leaders to address racial, social injustice, police reforms, and gun control issues. Russia and the former Soviet Union are looking for leaders to solve business production and crime issues. African countries are looking for leaders that will end the culture of corruption. In Africa, we are not having zero problem with immigration, that people are coming to our country. No. African countries are looking for leaders that will end the corruption in our countries. And I must be honest with you, our corruption lifestyle is getting worse and worse and worse. And this is why we must rise up to stop it. African countries are looking for leaders to solve the unfair judicial system, the lawlessness, the disorder, the civil war, and other poverty situations and hunger and disease. Africans are looking for leaders that will solve these problems. So whether you are a businessman, whether you are a manager, whether you are an employee, whether you are a homemaker, whether you are a student, whether you are a pastor, whether you are a teacher, whether you are the head of state, whether you are a medical doctor, nothing happens without leadership. Nana Nsankwa, on one of his programs, made this statement. He said, we have to be concerned as a nation and start putting things in place to secure our future. The future of Ghana is slipping through our fingers. The ship of Ghana is gradually sinking. And there is the need that every one of you should develop your leadership to move the country forward. I have established that every one of you seated here and hearing me is a leader. And nothing happens without leader. In other words, nothing will happen if you will not lead. Nothing happens if you sit down. Nothing happens in your family if you will not move your family forward. Nothing happens if you will not move your children forward. Nothing happens if you will not move your business forward. Nothing happens if you will not move the church forward. And nothing happens without you.